I hope you all are doing well. All is good at your end. And today we are going to start with again the same category of the poses that we have discussed earlier, the meditative poses. So today we are going to discuss about the pose which we say Dandasana. Dandasana is like for a stick pose, right? The stick pose. So for Dandasana, if I am talking about, for Dandasana it's like a stick. If you have seen the stick, straight spine, straighten here, leg straight. So here Mr. Shobit is with me once again. So now we are going to demonstrate you the Dandasana, and this is the posture that creates most of the injuries with the beginners nowadays. As the person asks, or as the teacher asks to the student, come try to sit into the sitting position with your legs straight forward. So most of the injuries happens here due to tightness on your lower back, tightness on your hamstrings, tightness on your iliopsoas, tightness on your calf muscles, and tightness on your hips. Shoulders rounded, neck muscle prolonged, passive lengthening is here. So that's why this stiff pose, the Dandasana, is very difficult for the normal population. If you choose randomly any people, any person, you ask them to just sit on your sit bone with legs straight. You can see how it goes backwards. Hunching, rounding of the shoulders. So these kind of problems occurs here. So Mr. Shobit is with me once again here to demonstrate this posture for you guys today. So can you please, brother, come to the sitting position? So sitting position, Dandasana, leg straight. Stick pose. What do we say? Stick pose here. So mostly just demonstrated wrongly, brother. This happens. So mostly this happens with the Dandasana. Is it possible? Can you please take your shirt out? So as we have discussed in the seated position, the seated category, so in the Dandasana this happens, right? Suppose you have tight hamstrings. Try to create your hamstrings tight. So see how much pressure you are putting here on your lower back. And this is the main problem with the normal people nowadays. The normal person, if you see, this is the normal problem, common problem, that this pelvic is going back because of the sitting job, standing job, the tightness on your muscles, the tightness on your abdominals too, lengthening, tightness here too. So weakness, tightness, that makes imbalance here now. So this happens like this, right? Like this way, this happens. So these back muscles get weaker here too. So what we have to do, again we use the cushion or the mat or the blanket. So here we go, right? If we don't have anything now, then we can ask the client to bend your knees slightly, not too much, that's it. Then we can place the block on the side. Press the palm, lengthen your spine. Here you can see the engagement of these muscles. Spine has to be in one line. This block I am giving to put extra pressure to bring your shoulder blades closer together, and this helps you to give some proprioception to open your shoulders. After that we can use here the one block or the roll mat underneath your knees too. This is the way that we can go with the posture that we say Dandasana. As the person is improving, right? As the person is improving, so make sure, guys, before to get into any forward extension or before you have to train, just don't go for the forward extension if your client has imbalance on your pelvis, tight hamstrings, tight calf muscles. Just allow them first practice this posture for 3 to 5 days. or for 2 to 3 days, until he or she cannot feel that which type of pose I need before to go into forward bending or before to go into the backward bending from the Dandasana. So Dandasana, the stick pose. If you don't have this kind of things also, then we can take the student, okay brother, can you please come out of the pose? And again we use the wall now. So here we can use the wall. If don't have anything, just what we have to do, that I have told you before also guys, just bend your knees slightly, bend your knees, that's it. Hands on the side, press your palms down and shoulders back towards the wall. So bend your knees, toes up, ribs soft, press the palm and bring your shoulders back. So it has to be in one line, shoulder, elbow, wrist in one line. Right? So it's not to drooping, it has to be engaged. Right? It has not to be droop your shoulders back or away. The shoulder has to be go back, neck muscles active, chest open. For tightness of the hamstring, bend your knees, lift your toes active so you can engage your quadriceps and ribs soft that you can enjoy the breath here. So if we don't have any blocks, any props, you have a wall, you have any end, you just sit in that way and just bring your palms down, lift your toes muscles active, bend your knees, ribs soft, bring your shoulders back and sit into the Dandasana, and that will make you practice slowly and slowly to remove from here and come to the mat without any props or with the help of wall. Now brother, come back to the mat once again. So no props we are using now. So simply Dandasana. This is the stick pose. So you can see the muscle activation, arch is here, neutral arch, shoulder blades contract, neck neutral, shoulders open, pelvic neutral, hamstring no tightness, knee is touching towards the ground, toes active. So this is the stick pose, without props, without the help of wall. So this way also you can make Dandasana. And if you have this pose guys, 60% of your work, your efforts has to be more easier to go into the forward bending, seated forward bending poses. So it's more easier also in the standing poses because the pelvic you know how to make it neutral now. In the backward bending, it gets more easier too. So if you are in this pose, first try to train your students how to sit into this pose without use of props. Or in the beginning, if you want to use the props, it's okay, no problem, because we are training the muscles. We are just breaking the resistance from the tightness of the muscles that the muscles can easily open slowly and steadily. So this way we have to move how to use the props safely, how to use the wall safely, and as the person progresses, remove everything slowly and slowly, and then bring his or her into the normal postural line. Whatever the normal posture is that is the universal alignment. So first we work on to the individual alignment, then slowly to the universal alignment, so he or she can enjoy the pose without any pain, without any injuries, without any discomfort. So I hope, my dear friends, this must be clear to you, all the uses of props, wall and universal alignment. So go through it, practice on yourself, practice with your students, and then come back to us with any difficulties, if you have any questions or queries. I hope this posture must be clear to you. Dandasana, stick pose. Enjoy the pose, feel it, and live that pose. Thank you so much. Till then, namaste. Have a nice day.